Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine waking up in Jerusalem, almost 2,000 years ago. The sun is just beginning to rise over the ancient stone walls of the city. The air is cool and the streets are quiet. No cars, no electricity, no modern noise. Just the sound of sandals on stone, distant voices, and the first signs of a city slowly coming to life. For the people living there, this was just another ordinary day. But they had no idea that among them walked the Son of God. The morning. The day begins early in Jerusalem. Before the sun fully rises, many people are already awake. Families live in small stone houses, often with flat roofs where they sleep during warmer nights. Mothers begin preparing the morning meal, grinding grain into flour and baking simple bread. The smell of fresh bread slowly fills the narrow streets. Children wake up and help with small chores. Life here is simple, but every member of the family plays a role. Meanwhile, outside the homes, the city begins to move. Women walk toward the wells carrying clay jars. Water is heavy and the walk is long, but it is part of daily life. Conversations happen there, stories are shared, news spreads. In many ways, the well is more than just a place for water. It is the center of community life. The streets of the city. As the sun climbs higher, the streets begin to fill. Merchants open their stalls in the markets. Wooden tables are covered with bread, olives, dried fish, fruits, and spices from distant lands. The smell of food mixes with the dust of the road. Travelers arrive from nearby villages, leading donkeys loaded with goods. Farmers bring vegetables and grain to sell. Roman soldiers patrol the streets, reminding everyone that this land is under Roman rule. Their armor shines in the sunlight, and their presence is impossible to ignore. People move carefully around them. Everyone knows the Romans hold power here. Still, life goes on. Outside the city. Beyond the city walls, the land is alive with activity. Farmers work the fields, planting and harvesting crops that will feed their families. Shepherds guide their flocks across the hills surrounding Jerusalem. Sheep graze quietly while the shepherd watches carefully, protecting them from danger. And somewhere in this busy world, walks a man named Jesus. At first glance, he does not look very different from anyone else. He walks the same dusty roads. He eats the same bread. He speaks with the same people. But when he speaks, people listen. Some follow him because they believe he is a teacher sent by God. Others follow him because they have seen something extraordinary. The sick healed, the blind seeing again, the broken finding hope. Crowds begin to gather whenever he enters a village or town. Some come with faith, some come with questions. Others come simply because they are curious, teaching the people. Often Jesus teaches outdoors, sometimes on hillsides, sometimes near the water, sometimes in the middle of the streets. People sit on the ground and listen as he tells stories, parables about farmers, seeds, lost sheep, and hidden treasure. Simple stories, but filled with powerful meaning. He speaks about love, about forgiveness, about the kingdom of God. His words are different from the religious leaders people are used to hearing. There is authority in them. There is compassion. And there is something else, something many cannot fully explain. Not everyone is happy, but not everyone welcomes him. Some religious leaders grow suspicious. They question his authority. They challenge his teachings. They watch him carefully, looking for mistakes. The more people follow Jesus, the more tension grows. Something is changing in Jerusalem, and not everyone is comfortable with it. The evening. As the sun begins to set, the city slowly quiets again. Families return home after a long day of work. Bread is shared around simple tables. Stories are told. Prayers are spoken. Oil lamps flicker in the darkness. The streets that were once full of noise slowly grow silent. For most people, it was just another ordinary day. Another sunrise. Another sunset. Final reflection. But history would remember these days very differently. Because somewhere in those streets, somewhere in those crowds, walked Jesus of Nazareth. And the people living their normal lives had no idea. They were witnessing the greatest story the world would ever know.